ورسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول كل بدعة ضلالة.
What do you say about Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn? Do they have the same aqidah as the Salafis? No, Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn do not have the... Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn are from the 72 deviated sects. Their aqidah and their methodology is not our aqidah and not our methodology. Their usul and their foundations are not the kitab and the sunnah and the methodology of the Sahaba. They do not refer back in their teachings to the books of Imam Ahmad, for example, or Barbahari in Sharh Sunnah, or Al-Iman of Ibn Battah, or Sharh Usul I'tiqad of Imam Al-Lalaka'i. They do not refer back to As-Sunnah al-Khallal. They do not refer back to those books in terms of their aqidah or their methodology and in how they deal with the ummah around them and how they deal in the political arena or even in their aqidah. So Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn, they will unite upon that which they unite upon and they excuse each other upon that which they differ. Even if their differing is in aqidah, they don't care. Because the most important thing to them is to unite in terms of the political ascendancy. So long as they can politically become strong, they will unite with the enemies of Islam, such as the Rawafid. So they will unite with those who cursed the Sahaba, such as the Shia. They will unite, and this is what happened, of course, with after the uprising in Egypt. The first place when they gained power in Egypt a few years ago, the first place they visited was Iran and the grave of Khomeini. So this is the raising of Islam high. This is the establishment of Islam, to go to the enemies of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum and to pamper them and to flatter them. And the Khomeini, this Zindiq, to go to his grave where they sit and they write messages and they put them into the gaps of his grave, just like the Jews do at the Wailing Wall. So they don't know the Rawafid, this is Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn. They will unite with anyone so long as they can get authority. So their methodology is not our methodology. And amongst them they are the Asha'ira, the Ash'aris. Amongst them are the Jahmiyyah. Amongst them are the Murji'ah. Amongst them are the Khawarij. In fact, all of the Khariji groups, the terrorist groups of our time, all of them sprung out of the teachings of Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn, of Hassan al-Banna and Sayyid Qutb. From the teachings of Milestones of Sayyid Qutb, from the Rasail of Hassan al-Banna, all of their books and teachings come out of them. And that's why when you look at the likes of Abu Muhammad al-Maqdisi, from the heads of the Khawarij, and from the likes of Anwar al-Awlaki, you read what they write, they say, we were inspired by the teachings of Sayyid Qutb. Like Anwar al-Awlaki said, I read the tafsir of Sayyid Qutb, which is not really a tafsir, it's just some ideas that he has about the Quran. He said, I read them in prison, and it was like that Sayyid Qutb was with me in my prison cell. That's how attached he became to Sayyid Qutb. Right? These people aren't Salafi. These people are not Sunni. These people are Khawarij. Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn, their methodology is a methodology of the Khawarij, and they will, meaning in terms of rebellion against the Muslim ruler and making their goal. And this is why Shaykh Rabi, he said that if you look at the Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn and the Rafida, they are similar in their goals. Because what's the goal of the Rafida? The imamship. That's the goal. Our Imam, he has to be leader, and we will do whatever we can. That's why they had the Iranian Revolution back in 1979, to put their Imam in power. Then they would prepare the way for the hidden Imam to come out of the cave or wherever he's hiding. All right? The Khawarij and Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn, what's there? Same thing. The goal, above all else, is to get leadership. So therefore they share in that. Their methodology is shared. Their methodology is not the methodology of the Salaf of this Ummah. The methodology of the Salaf is the methodology of the Anbiya wa Rusul. لَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. And that we did not send a messenger except to every nation, calling them to the worship of Allah and away from the worship of the false deities. فَعَلَيْكُمْ بِمَا عَرَفْتُم مِّن سُنَّتِي وَسُنَّةِ الْخُلَفَاءِ الرَّاشِدِينَ أَدُّوا عَلَيْهَا بِالنَّوَاجِذِ. So when differing occurs amongst you, the Prophet ﷺ said, hold on to my sunnah and the sunnah of the rightly guided caliphs after me, and bite onto that with your molar teeth. وَإِيَّاكُمْ وَمُحْدَثَاتِ الْأُمُورِ. And beware of the newly invented matters, for every newly invented matter is an innovation. Do Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn carry just one ayah, one hadith, they won't even act upon that. So what methodology? They are not. That's why when Shaykh Abdul Aziz bin Baz was asked, they said, Ya Shaykh, what do you say about Jama'at al-Tabligh and Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn? Are they from the saved sect? He said, no. They are from the 72 deviated sects. And they are not from the saved sect. Do we say that they are kuffar? No. We don't say Jama'at al-Tabligh are kuffar. Nor do we say Ikhwān Al-Muslimīn are kuffar. They are Muslims, but they are Muslims who have deviated from the path, and that deviation has led them to come under the threat of Allah's punishment. So that's what we say about them. That their manhaj is a manhaj that leads to the hellfire. Their aqidah is an aqidah that leads to the hellfire. But since they utter La ilaha illallah, so long as they utter it and they do not commit major shirk and major kufr, we still say they are Muslims, but they are deviated Muslims who are threatened by Allah's punishment. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said that the 72 sects will be in the hellfire.